Are they legitimate threats?
No, Irv was lying. And here's the deal, too, with Jerry calling in, billionaires have a different reality. So for him, Zach Martin can play in his mind, but right now it doesn't look like that way. And the reason I say no, Molly, is because as we sit here today, what evidence do we have to prove that the Cowboys are going to be legit Super Bowl contenders? We got a defense that's being revamped, trying to figure out who they are identity-wise. We got Zach Martin, arguably the best guard in football outside of Quentin Nelson out, and that's just 1 week. But when you look at a team, like, they still forming. Everybody acts like last year was a normal situation. This is an anomaly. Mike McCarthy, legitimate first year to try to show his worth in Dallas is this year, with Dak Prescott being healthy, hopefully for the entirety of the season. But see, this is what people get misconstrued when me and SA go back and forth about the Cowboys. I'm not oblivious to the issues we have. I'm just always flabbergasted at the layups that you take. But when your teams come into question, it's always something excuses made. Okay. And see, you like to put that on me. You like to put that on me. You like people to believe that I'm a Cowboys apologist. I make real, pointed, very normal talks about the Cowboys. I make real normal statements about the Cowboys. Right. You haven't heard me on this set say the Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. I was asked a couple years ago if I thought they would win in a 3-year span. No, I don't. But what I do believe is going to happen is that they're going to be a hell of a better football team than people are expecting. And Zeke Elliott is going to have a lot to do with how the Cowboys are perceived going forward. And defensively, Dan Quinn will have them in a situation where they understand what they're doing. If you look at the Dallas Cowboys last year, and as this guy likes to point out how bad they were, but exclude everything that happened. Okay. All right. This was an offensive line that started games with a total of 3 games experience. Right. This was a running back that had fumbleitis, who wasn't in running behind an offensive line that could move people out the way. It was a fracture in the best player on your team, and Dak Prescott, the most important player on your team, ankle. There was a lot of things that went wrong. There's normalcy this year. Okay. It was an off season this year. So even though I don't have them in the Super Bowl, I'm not going to listen to your dribble about the Cowboys being bad. They're not going to be bad.
Well, a couple of things. Number one, when you're doing this show, particularly when you're sitting across from me, keep in mind the clock, because that long, lengthy soliloquy you just went on, it's an effort to try to take time away from the way I'm about to school you. It ain't going to work. That's number one. Number two, lesson number 2, leave my arguments to me. Don't try to make it for me. Don't try to speak for me. I'm sitting right across from you. Give me an opportunity. Give me not all of them. Not all of them. Some of them don't need to. Some of the great ones don't need to. That's a lie. That's number 2. Number 3, let's get to the point. You should be ashamed of yourself. For what? It's a pathetic take. Here's the bottom line. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, you just conceded, all right, that, they're going to be a hell of a lot better than we expect them to. Well, considering the fact that they're in the NFC least, that's an automatic bid to the playoffs based on that. So as a result, now you're talking about needing to win 2 or 3 games. This is an offense that without Dak Prescott for 11 games last year, still scored 5,949 points. This is an offense that still has Ezekiel Elliott, despite the 6 fumbles, 5 lost. He still averaged 4 yards a carry. That was considered a down year. Ezekiel Elliott could possibly make a comeback this year. And by the way, it ain't that big of a comeback because he's still better than most. CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup, Amari Cooper, supposedly the best receiver in the game, according to him. They're in the lineup, and Dak Prescott is coming back. When you combine all of that, okay, the bottom line is the Dallas Cowboys should be perceived as a contender. Now, their defense was horrid, but you just brought up Dan Quinn. Suddenly, you notice how Dan Quinn has become relevant? I mean, we didn't think about it for the last few years. He was the head coach in Atlanta. Nobody was thinking about him since they lost a 25-point lead in the Super Bowl. Now, all of a sudden, anytime somebody talks about the Dallas Cowboys, Dan Quinn.
Well, he's back to being a DC. We saw what he did with the Legion of Boom.
Allow me to interject. I am not knocking Dan Quinn because I know what an elite defensive coordinator that he was, and I know that he knows what he's doing. All I'm saying is that it's amazing to me how suddenly he's become relevant. And the way I look at it is this. If Micah Parsons is in the lineup, which he will be, if Leighton Vander Esch is going to be back, all right? Yeah. DeMarcus Lawrence is supposed to be up in the building, okay? He's going to be there. He's got some making up to do. He's only had 14.5 sacks, if I remember correctly, over the last 2 years, okay? After having 17 a couple of years before that. In the end, what it comes down to is this. The Dallas Cowboys, based on their division and their offensive talent, should automatically put them in position to be one of the top 4 or 5 teams in the NFC Conference.
You should stop lying.
Ain't that a truth?
You should stop lying.
Ain't that true?
And this is what I want to happen. Dallas Cowboys fans, the last 3 minutes of Stephen A. talking, don't buy that fool's gold. He's trying to set people up. That's what you're doing.
No, I disagree.
In what world are you going to make an argument about the Cowboys being legit Super Bowl contenders? And then when we get to Christmas, you're going to laugh about where they at in the standings.
Because they're allergic to prosperity.
No, I don't want to hear what you're talking about no more. Because you're trying to play people's minds. This is what I talk about, Molly, with Stephen A. when it comes to the Cowboys. It's always an angle. Like we sit here, we 2 days away from the first game being played, and he all year long during football season, Stephen A. Smith is gonna laugh at the Cowboys. He gonna relish in losses. He gonna enjoy the fact that they not having success.
Hold on.
He gonna enjoy
it's his agenda.
He gonna enjoy exactly. He gonna enjoy a 4 or 5 game winning streak.
Hold on.
And then the 6th game when they lose, he gonna say, "I knew it was coming." That's your little thing. But I'm not gonna allow.
I gotta tell you this. You sound like my buddy Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I'm not gonna allow you to do that.
Hold on. That's exactly what my buddy Jerry Jones.
You can't do that.
That's exactly what my buddy Jerry Jones came on the show and said. He called me a sly fox. I understand.
You are.
I understand.
You
but
are.
Here's the bottom line, buddy.
But I'm here not to allow it.
Here's the bottom line, buddy. You can deny it all you want to, but the fact of the matter is, when you look at that NFC conference, you got the Green Bay Packers, you got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you got the Los Angeles Rams, you got the Seattle Seahawks, and likely the San Francisco 49ers.
Tennessee Titans.
Hold on, no. I'm talking about in the NFC.
Oh, yeah.
There's not another team in the NFC that you can definitively say is better than those Cowboys. That's the reality of the situation. You don't know. And because you don't know, that puts them in contender status. That's what it is, that's what I'm saying.
If they buy this at home, I'm through.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming, sports, and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.